Good morning, friends. Looky here. Well, my turkeys have finally got to the point where I can put them outside in the yard. I've created a temporary fence for them, as you can tell, and I gave them a little bit of shade over there with their food and water. And they are just enjoying themselves so much. I can't put them with the chickens because turkeys and chickens evidently don't do very well, but I'm a little bit concerned with the white one's leg. I went out there a couple of times and the brown one was standing on it, and now its leg looks wonky. I was talking to my sister about it, and she said, well, you know, turkeys, so many things happen to them, and I don't know, it bothers me and it worries me about it. I don't know if they're boys or girls. I'm pretty sure from looking at the videos that I've seen that they are probably both boys, because of the shape of their head is more square instead of more round. So if that's the case, I'll only be keeping one of them, and looks like the broken-legged one will have to go first. But because I want a boy and a girl, I don't really want two males. I don't know if they fight like roosters do, but that leg really bothers me about that one. So I guess we'll have to just wait and see what happens there. Well, it's been cold for a couple of days and rainy a little bit. Not a whole lot of rain, just a little bit of rain. Look what's happened to my garden just in 2 days, maybe 3 days. 3 days. I came out here and I used my little hoe thing. It's a new type of a hoe, and it actually works pretty good whenever it's on ground that is already tilled, and it just gets right under those roots and pulls it right up. And this right here, I'm going to go through with my weed eater and grab those out. And I pulled some of them up here and gave them to my chickens, and that's what I'll do with those. I'll just give them to the chickens here in a little bit. But I've got some really good news for you guys. I want you to see. I am so excited. Look, guys, she did it. Hazel did it. She had them yesterday. Well, 2 of them yesterday and 2 of them day before yesterday. So they're little Muscovy babies, and these are the 2 that was born yesterday. And she's got 2 that look like her that's underneath her that was born day before yesterday. And I gave them a little bitty bowl with their food in it, and then I gave her bowls of food. And then I gave them some water that they could not drown in. I put it just tall enough to where they can get in there and walk around. And I tell you what, they're so cute. Of course, they're not doing it right now. It's probably rest time. But she is so excited, and she's such a good mama. And this is the babies that was born May the 17th. And they are doing really well out here. I had to move the bunny out of here and had to put old Jesus in there because he was trying to eat the babies. He ate one. Well, he tried to eat one. He killed it. And but it was too big to go down his throat, so he could not eat it. So he gets to live alone for a little while until I can figure out something else to do with him. I think this is probably a pretty good sized cage for him. It's not quite as big as the one that him and Hazel was in over there, but I guess it's going to be okay for now. In other news, Mo is up here, and it looks like he's protecting his girl from anybody else to... Yeah, he's got 2 girls he's protecting in there. I don't know if you can see them or not. See, there's one, and there's one, and evidently they've got some friends that just don't like them, or maybe not friends, but they've got other hens that just don't like them. And this little girl, I could not keep her out of the nest box. Day, night. I thought, okay, that's it, I'm done. I know it's going to be hot, but I put eggs underneath her, and if she makes them, that's fine. And I put eggs under this one last night as well, too. So if they make, that's fine. If they don't make, that's fine. They'll be able to... I'm going to put another little cage door in front of her so that they don't... others don't come in there and try to mess with her. Pull that one down. I still have a little bit of that wire right there left, and I don't think it would be too hard to make a door to keep them out, because they'll know that she's sitting, and they'll want their babies to proliferate too. So what they'll do is they'll try to get up there and lay an egg so that she'll have to sit on that one too. And it'll just be a domino effect. They'll all want that. So I have to just close her off, and just like this one, give her her own food and water so that whenever she does need to eat or drink, she'll have it right there, and she won't have to get off the nest, and they can't come and grab the nest and lay in it. Looky here, we've got one laying on the ground. I don't know. They just decide that they just can't lay up there, I guess. We've got another little girl up here who is laying up an egg. She's, I don't think she's one of the ones that wants to sit. I've got 3 that really want to sit. But right now I only have 2 of them that are showing signs of it at this moment. It's going to be a really, really hot one today. And I am so thankful for all of this shade. And you can see how many of my girls are out here in the shade just chilling out. And all of these little bowls that I have, well, they're little pans of water. I made those for them to get in and do a foot bath. They love their foot baths when they get hot in the summertime. It's really a difference of them laying eggs and them not laying eggs. When they get hot, they pull all their feathers out. And of course, you know, it's also from the roosters and other hens and all kinds of things right now. You know, they're still getting used to it being summer instead of so cold in the winter time. And look how many of them are out here in the shade. They don't even want to be in the house. Look at them. They're just out here just chilling like a villain. Some of them are laying and some of them aren't. And that's just fine, you know. Looks like they're rejecting some of the oyster shell that I put out. I usually put it in their scratch because they'll go crazy after scratch, worried about the other one getting all the scratch and them not getting any. So I put it in their scratch so they'll hurry up and eat that and not realize that it's oyster shell, and their shells will be harder. It helps their shells to be harder. And I told you a couple of days ago that I had opened this area back here so that they could eat that down. Look how far in they've gotten now. I mean, this was all just like that. It was that thick. And so they go in just a little bit at a time, and they eat just a little bit of it away. And now they've gotten it eaten. They actually really love cleaning out fence rows. So they'll go into that fence row and they'll clean up all that first. So you really, when you have chickens in a pen, you really do not have to ever weed eat it, because once they get in there and get everything situated like I like it, they love cleaning out fence rows more than anything. And I saved them some green over here so that they could have something to hide from the birds, the predatory birds. You can see some of them are just hanging out under there. That's the babies right there. That's the last batch of babies hanging out under there. Those are green eggers right there. Yeah, they are. Captain's out here with them. And this right here is my potato patch. Look at that. They've kind of fallen over a little bit, but they were about 4 feet tall just a couple of days ago. And I came out here and looked at them, and the ground underneath them was cracking. And let's see if I can find a place where it's cracking. I can't find a place now because it has been raining the last day or two, and it's really grown over. And let's see if I can catch this one right here. You can kind of see right in here where the ground is cracking a little bit, and that's where they're making potatoes. And I came through here and pulled out a few potatoes, and they look like little new potatoes. So they're doing really well. I talked to my sister because it's been a lot of years since I've had potatoes, and even then, the day that I went out to harvest my potatoes one year that I did have potatoes, a mole had gone up one side and down the other. Mole, groundhog, something. And ate every potato overnight. Or I guess maybe it harvested them or something. I don't know what it did with them, but they were gone. And I know I had potatoes before that. And boy, I tell you what, that grass back there is doing really good. It's not grass, it's weeds. It's ragweed, which used to be my mortal enemy. It made me so sick. It doesn't do that quite so much anymore. I guess I must have gotten over that allergy. And my next door neighbor has bees, and I think you can see them right behind this. Let's see. Yeah, right there. They've got bees back there, which is really good to get over any kind of allergies that you have in your neighborhood that could possibly get you year after year after year. And those eating honey will help you with your allergies, and you won't have them anymore. So that's about all I can say for today, everybody. I'm doing well. Had a couple of days of rest. Well, I had about 3 days of rest, and one day I did a lot, and they just overdid it, and had to go in and recoup and regenerate, and now I'm out doing things again today, and life is going to be good. And I wish everyone a wonderful, happy day, and I'll see you on the next one. Please subscribe if you like and you get this far. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.